What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Tactical Advantage. So today what we're going to do is talk about a little camo job we just completed for a friend of the channel. What we did here was do like a gray kind of BDU-ish kind of camo, sort of kind of multi-cami, not quite as busy, on his CZ Scorpion Evo 3 S1 and his CZ Scorpion P07 matching pair. Really couldn't get any video while I was doing the job. It's kind of difficult when you're spraying paint to have a camera around and not ruin it. So I figured I could talk through it pretty well and give you guys a good idea how I go about doing these kind of gigs. So first things first, we'll give you kind of just a good look at them. But really what I got to do, and we'll just talk about kind of the process on how you can get a good quality job being like a DIYer. First off, this is Duracoat, not Cerakote. I prefer to use Duracoat when I use multicolors, just because it lays on thinner for me, and you don't get that feel that you can get with Cerakote. Not that there's anything wrong with Cerakote. It's an awesome product. Just when I do like multicolor camos, this is the product I prefer to use. So first, you got to disassemble everything all the way. That's the biggest mistake I see people making. They partially disassemble. They don't really do a good clean job. And then when they go and start spraying, it'll bleed out oil from the pins or things like that. And it'll just jack the job from the get-go. So both of these were completely disassembled, nothing left in the frames, into the pistol, including the locking blocks and the rear block. That was all removed. On the Scorpion, everything removed. And then how I go about cleaning, initially, especially if the gun's been well used, I'll ultrasonic clean it. And hold on one second. This is the product I use in my ultrasonic cleaner. It's like a degreaser. It's a little bit pricey, but it works real well. Then I'll end up washing it multiple times with like a Dawn hand soap. Maybe 5-6 times, wash it. And then depending on what it is, if it's polymer, I'll just do like an alcohol bath or an alcohol wipe down, wash it again, alcohol it again. The key with prep is once you think you're done, do it 5 more times. That's really the key to kind of getting a good finish that's going to last, is prep, prep, prep. And I know you're going to hear that all the time, but any oil, anything from your fingers, anything at all has to come off for this to work. So with that being said, we've kind of gone through the cleaning process. Take your time, do it right. It pays. It'll make your life much easier. So the first thing that happened, both of these guns were factory gray. So the polymer was actually gray. So the first coat we did was an HK black. And that'll give you kind of an idea. The entire frame on both guns was sprayed entirely in black. And then let me show you guys this. This is kind of the vinyl I use to do these kind of jobs. This is one sheet. I had about 5 or 6 sheets. This is an Avery Dennison high bake vinyl. They pretty much sell this to like Cerakote guys because you can bake it and it doesn't like peel up the edges. So this is the true vinyl that you kind of want to use if you're doing like camo. This is what you can buy when you get the kits. They're usually making it out of this or some derivative thereof. But this is what I use. I buy it by the 30-foot roll and just have it. And a 30-foot roll will last me a couple years. I actually provide stencils for some local Cerakoters here as well. I don't do this professionally. This is a hobby for me. I used to do it professionally, but right now it's just a hobby, and I make stencils for some folks. But you can kind of see where the black gets laid on. And I'll let, like, especially with Duracoat, I'll let it flash for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes a little longer depending on the weather condition before I apply a stencil. So once the black goes on, then the darker of the gray, like right here, that's a Duracoat color called Parker. Very useful color. And then you'll see, like we can get a better look at this one, like right here. That's a stencil that you would in turn lay on top of the black stencil. The stencil on top of the black doesn't get removed. You lay the stencil on top of that. Once you spray the Parker, And then the last color you'll spray is called Mortar, and that's my lightest gray. And really, after you lay all your stencils, that's just the rest. So it's not a complicated process, and you can't really go wrong. There's no secret to doing it. You just kind of layer things and spray them, and then pray for the best when you kind of peel off the stencils. But that's about it. I didn't want to make a big diatribe video, just give you guys an idea how I do this and let you take a look at them. I thought a matched pair was kind of pretty cool. You don't see it all the time. And I thought the job came out good. So there's that. I'll give you guys a couple sweeping shots so you can see the job real good. And see you next time. Thanks for watching.